If I draw a hollow hemisphere like this, right, and let an axis is this one, about which if it is rotated, if this body is made to rotate about this axis, if this is the axis of rotation, right, then this is being the radius of the hollow hemisphere, right, hollow hemisphere. So what will be the mi about this axis? If I take axis of rotation is this, if this is the axis of rotation, are you getting it or not? If this is the axis of rotation, this is the geometrical axis. This is the geometrical axis. Okay. About this geometrical axis, if I name it OA for example, right? So mi about this OA axis, that will be definitely 2/3 mr square. But the axis what I'm asking, let it be CD. Let CD be the line, COD, right? If COD is one which is appearing on the plane of its cross section, then suppose if this is a body having plane surface, right? So on the plane surface, if we draw three mutually perpendicular line, like this is x-axis, this is y-axis, right? And let this is be the z-axis, isn't it? So when we take these three lines, right? X, x dash, y, y dash, and z, z dash are the three mutually perpendicular lines. Then the use of this three mutually perpendicular axis will be I about z will be equal to I about x plus I about y. Are you getting it or not? Always the sum of mi of about those two axes which are lying on the plane of the body, sum of mi about them will always be equal to mi about the third axis which is appearing perpendicular to the plane of the body. Regarding the three mutually perpendicular axes, I can take one of them is the one which is passing through the center of the circular cross section and it is perpendicular to the plane of circular cross section. The other two axes we can consider it like this. Let these are those two mutually perpendicular lines lying on the plane of the body, right? These are those two mutually perpendicular lines which are lying on the plane of the body, making a 90-degree angle between them. And the third one, which is the geometrical axis for this, considered to be z-axis, isn't it? X and y are lying on the plane of the circular cross section. They are at perpendicular to each other, passing through the center, and through that center only, z-axis is the line which is perpendicular to plane of cross section, which is in other word, it is the geometrical axis of the hollow hemisphere, perpendicular to the plane of the cross section, that is z-axis. So can I here write down Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy? In fact, Ix and Iy, they are basically the identical axis by 2, and Iz is nothing but about I of the geometrical axis. And we know that I about the geometrical axis, about this axis, I is 2/3 mr square, isn't it or not? For a hollow hemisphere, the moment of inertia about the geometrical axis is 2/3 mr square. So that means this Ijx or Iy, that is 1/2 into 2/3 mr square, means ultimately it is 1/3 mr square. Is that clear?